So, you think you can cook, do you? Well, after seeing the work of the couple in our next story, you may want to rethink that one. For these two, the kitchen is really no different than a chemistry lab. And cooking, well, that might be better termed molecular gastronomy. It's a science, and they are scientists, albeit mad scientists at times.
Oh yeah, put a paper towel, this one.
It may look simple enough, but these two pastry chefs are pioneers in a radical food movement called molecular gastronomy, revolutionizing the flavor, appearance, even the perception of food.
What we really want to do is actually to make sure that people understand that the world of food and the world of science are really not that far apart, that there is a lot of similarities between the two. Yeah.
Dominique and his wife Cindy are quick to point out that the science they call culinary constructionism, it's not so much about making space-age food, it's about understanding reactions and challenging convention.
So molecular gastronomy is all about debunking the myth of cooking. People will tell you you're supposed to add salt before you're cooking your meat. Always sear your meat so you seal in the juices. All of these things are just myth. We don't know whether or not they're really true or not. And the only way you can actually find that out if it's true or not is through science.
The two of them met in the early 80s, each with an insatiable fascination with culinary science. She focuses on flavors and textures. He's more concerned with how everything is put together.
Wow. No, he is like a mad scientist. I think that, you know, he comes up with all these really far-out ideas.
Like the most efficient way to turn wine into powder with minimal flavor loss.
So what we wanted to do was actually encapsulating wine from a liquid state to a solid state. We took the wine, we added some maltodextrin, which is a type of sugar with starch, and using a little bit of sugar and also a little bit of grapeseed oil. And then we put it in a machine that is called a vacuum drying microwave. So you need to add the powder.
And voila, powdered red wine. Best added to hot chocolate. But Dominique says almost any liquid can be put through the same process and keep almost all of its flavor. They do most of their work in the back room of their house. It's part kitchen and part science lab, complete with blenders, beakers, even Bunsen burners.
Basically, doing a pastry or cooking is nothing more than a chemistry experiment. There's a sequence of reaction that occurs.
And reactions are big in their world. Want to recreate the taste that occurs when whiskey is aged in a barrel?
What we're going to be doing is actually, we have a little bag, I guess, of different elements are in it, including some barley malts, few flakes of oak wood. We also have different kinds of sugar, like malt and vanilla sugar, raisins. We'll put them into kind of like a coffee press to make an infusion, and it will seep. And then after that, we'll strain it, and then it will go into the freezer. And what happens is that it freezes solid, but not so that it's like a solid ice cube. You can take a fork, and you can scrape the surface, and it'll form little particles of ice. And those are little crystals that have all the flavor. It actually tastes like whiskey, and yet there's no alcohol in it.
Their world is full of words like glycalization, induction, rehydration, even spherification. And their modus operandi is everything works until it doesn't. Their products are a testament to their relentless creativity. They sell most of what they do through their website, including a science kit that offers food experiments that anyone can try at home.
I think a lot of people are becoming more adventurous. They travel a lot more. They're exposed to different cultures and different types of food. So people in general are becoming more curious.
And that's where they get their inspiration. They've made it their goal to make food more of an event, using science and technology to create flavors and smells that amuse, shock, even challenge.
We should embrace the world that we live in today, and if it's a world that is high-paced, it's all based on technology and on science, there's no reason why it should not be in cooking in the same fashion as it is in all of the other fields.